Hello, I'm Jim Thomas in the Department of Epidemiology at the University of North Carolina. Fei Yu is also at UNC and in the School of Information and Library Sciences. And we're going to be talking to you about the gap between technology and ethics, especially in low and middle income country health information systems. This is a bibliometric study. Information systems to monitor and guide national health information systems in low and middle income countries are quickly moving from paper to digital formats. Because the systems often entail services provided in homes, data collection often incorporates mobile technology, as seen in this photo with the health worker's tablet. There are many ethical issues with personal health information, whether it is paper-based or digital. But the digital format brings an urgency to the issues because of its accessibility and the ever-expanding number of sources of digital data on individuals. In 2016, principles for digital development were endorsed by more than 250 organizations. They include designing with the user, designing for sustainability, addressing privacy and security, and using open standards, open data, open source, and open innovation. Through a systematic search conducted in 2019, I found 10 more sets of principles with ethical implications for the development and use of health information systems. Among the sources for the additional sets were the American Health Information Management Association, the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare, and the International Medical Informatics Association. Together, the 11 sets of ethical principles identified 34 separate principles. They could be grouped into 4 categories: health information system design, data collection, data storage, and data use. Some concerns, such as data security, were mentioned by all 11 sets, while others were mentioned by as few as 1, depending on the source organization and its focus. For example, the humanitarian organization Oxfam mentioned the freedom to withdraw from a data activity and the right to be counted. With the rapid pace of data digitization of health information systems, we had 3 research questions. How have ethical considerations for health information systems evolved over time, as reflected in the literature? Have some ethical topics been neglected in the literature, and if so, to what degree? And to what extent have authors and institutions in low and middle income countries contributed to the discussions of ethical concerns in health information systems?
Hi, I'm Fei Yu, co-author of this study. I'm going to talk about methods and results. Our methods include systematic literature search, citation prioritization and screening, data extraction, and analysis. Figure 1 in our manuscript shows the process of our literature search and the data screening. We developed comprehensive search strategies for related concepts using subject headings and keywords. And then we executed the search queries in PubMed, Embase, Web of Science, and Scopus for literature published until December 31st, 2019. The search terms related to ethics concepts, information systems, electronic health records, and low and middle income countries, the name of each low and middle income country. We excluded search terms specific to certain research types, for example, clinical trials, controlled trials, and RCT. The citation records of retrieved publications were downloaded, aggregated, and then prioritized using machine learning with the doctor software before they were imported to Confidence for title and abstract screening. Citation prioritization and screening were conducted based on a set of inclusion and exclusion criteria. At the end, a total of 601 relevant studies were included for our bibliometric analysis. The citation fields we used included publication year, title, author name, author affiliation, source title, and abstract. Our results were reported upon 4 measures: research output, researchers, research organizations, and research landscape. The bibliometric tools we adopted to generate these results included the Voice Viewer and the BiblioShiny. First, research output. Generally, the number of relevant publications increased steadily by an average of 1.2 papers per year from 1975 to 2018. Then in 2019, the number doubled from 52 papers in 2018 to 111 papers in 2019, as the figure 2 shows. Second, researchers. We identified 1,000 authors from 790 unique institutions in the world. Most authors appeared only once in a single publication. 11 authors had 3 publications, and 2 authors from low and middle income countries had 4 publications. Research organizations. The most published institutions are Harvard University, U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Indiana University, and the Regenstrief Institute. Regenstrief Institute is also affiliated with Indiana University. Of the 78 author countries, 49 countries were high income, 10 were middle income, and 19 were low income. Authors in the United States published the most, followed by the UK, Australia, and Canada. Figure 3 in our manuscript shows the organization collaboration network. Among more than 700 identified organizations, only 218 of them collaborated based on the co-authorship of the publications. And there, 72% of the organizations, they worked alone. The institutions publishing the most on the health information system ethics were in high-income countries, and they collaborated with other institutions also in high-income countries. The figure 4 in our manuscript shows the collaboration network between institutions in low and middle-income countries and high-income countries. Each bubble in this figure represents an institution, and the red bubble represents this institution is in a low and middle income country. A green bubble represents this institution is in a high income country. Out of 601 publications, 5% were co-authored by institutions from both LMIC and HIC. The majority of this LMIC and HIC collaborated articles were produced from institutions in one LMIC and 1 or 2 institutions in a HIC. Research landscape. We investigated research landscape by extracting the most frequently occurred key terms from title, abstract, author keywords, and mesh terms. of included studies. Our results show the most common key terms pertain to electronic health records. They address the ethical concerns with data security, data privacy, or confidentiality. Human rights was mentioned in only one publication.
Two key findings of our review relate to research collaborations and the distribution of topics addressed. The vast majority of research collaborations were between institutions in high-income countries. There were very few collaborations addressing ethical issues in health information systems between different institutions in low and middle-income countries, or between those in high-income countries and others in low and middle-income countries. In large part because they are in countries with abundant technological resources, institutions in high-income countries are at the forefront of advances in health information systems. But the technical challenges they confront most often are those of a highly technological society. They are less familiar with the challenges of a country that is less technologically advanced and with fewer resources to build and maintain an extensive health information system. Conversely, institutions in low and middle income countries are less familiar with the challenges encountered as high income countries push the envelope of health information systems. Through collaborations between countries with different income levels, each can learn of the other's challenges, resources, and responses. Similarly, each can learn about the ethical issues that arise in different contexts and share insights about how they might be addressed. We recommend that institutions, be they universities, companies, or government agencies, find more opportunities to collaborate across income and technological levels. In all research on ethical concerns in health information systems, we recommend that the full range of known topics be addressed. Presently, the overwhelming majority of research and publications address data security and personal privacy. This topic is a critical one that must not be neglected, but neither must a long list of other ethical issues. As much as possible, we need to identify and preemptively address ethical concerns, rather than waiting for ethical missteps and the harms they cause to be the means of identifying concerns and motivating us to make corrections in how we design and use health information systems. Thank you for your attention, and you can send any questions or comments to us at these email addresses.